In this video, we'll be looking at when a prime Antonio Brown dominated the no-fly zone. Let's start the video. "2015 was a great year for wide receivers. We had NFL legends still dominating in the later years of their careers, while also seeing some of today's current stars competing with them. 2015 holds the NFL record for most passing yards ever thrown in a single season by the whole league, and a whopping 26 players had over 1,000 receiving yards. Amidst the greatest passing season ever for the NFL, the highlight of it all is when one of the best wide receivers in the league went up against the best secondary in the league. A clash between two behemoths in the game of football. This matchup took place during Week 15 of the 2015 season, when the Broncos traveled to Pittsburgh to face Antonio Brown and the Steelers. At this point in his career, Antonio Brown was, free of controversy and just simply playing great football. Just the season before, he led the league in receiving yards and earned his first All-Pro selection. Entering into the 2015 season, Antonio Brown came out swinging, catching for 436 yards and 2 touchdowns in his first 3 games. That level of play continued throughout the season with a 284-yard game against the Raiders in Week 9. Although there was a little bit of skepticism surrounding his play, it was unclear if Antonio Brown was having a great season or just beating up bad teams. From weeks 1 through 14, when facing a secondary ranked in the top 14, Antonio Brown only broke 100 yards receiving once, against the Chiefs in Week 7. When facing a good secondary, for the most part, he was being shut down, which was not good news for Antonio Brown, due to the fact that he was about to face the best pass defense in the league. The Broncos secondary that year was coined the nickname the no-fly zone. They were on an absolute tear, stomping all over every receiver that dared to line up against them. Up until Week 15, the no-fly zone held all of these players to under 100 receiving yards. No matter what a team threw at them, they had an answer. They were even better than the Legion of Boom that year. In fact, Antonio Brown faced the Seahawks in Week 12 and was held to only 51 yards. So if Antonio Brown struggled against the Legion of Boom, then the odds are really stacked against him for his matchup against the best secondary in the league. Adding on top of that, the Steelers were in a heated battle with the Chiefs and the Jets for a wildcard spot. Heading into Week 15, all 3 teams were tied with an 8-5 record. Whichever team lost that week would most likely be out of the playoff race, and the Steelers were up against the toughest opponent. The Steelers' offense was the best part of their team, but they had to compete with the Broncos, who had one of the best defenses in the league. Both of the Broncos safeties were out this game, but the defense was still scary. With being a key part of their offense, if Antonio Brown struggles against another good secondary, then it would most likely cost his team the season. In the most important game of the season, after struggling against good secondaries all year, Antonio Brown had to go up against the best pass defense in the entire NFL. A battle between one of the best receivers in the league against a secondary that destroyed their opponents. It was finally time for them to go at it.
84 yards on that touchdown drive. Here's a 1st and 15 pass. And that's 2nd and 5. That's a first down as Antonio Brown. And in traffic, stepping up and giving it away to Brown.
It's like we just saw.
2nd down play. That's Brown. Harris able to break Harris's attempt. Harris. Roethlisberger to Brown. Brown. 19. Tipped and caught. Roethlisberger to the end zone. 2nd and 15. Nice snag by Brown. Face of the line of scrimmage. They're going back to him, and it's in. Back off the blitz. Roethlisberger across the middle. And again, he slips out of the tackle and fires it. Touchdown to the second half. They blitz 3rd and 6.
Antonio Brown played great, and he did it against the best secondary the league had to offer. catching for 189 yards and 2 touchdowns against a defense that went on to win the Super Bowl. Antonio Brown was the only player to play great against them, and he made crucial plays that sealed a win for the Steelers. In the fourth quarter, with less than 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game, Antonio Brown finds his way to the end zone to put the Steelers in front. Then, after a defensive stop, the Steelers had to run out the clock to not give the Broncos a chance to tie it or win the game. But the Broncos forced a third down, and if the Steelers do not get the first, then they are faced with a tough decision that could lead to the Broncos getting the ball back. But if they make the first down, then the Steelers win the game and run out the clock. And for a final time that game, Antonio Brown comes up clutch and makes a big catch. To truly put this into perspective, this graph shows the most receiving yards in a single game by year against the league's best secondary. Antonio Brown ranks at the top for the most receiving yards against the best secondary. He played great against the toughest competition. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.